Hello again. From time to time, I've spoken here about the use of direct action to force a government in Britain to change course or to remove a prime minister or even get rid of a government entirely. Whenever I do so, somebody always pretends to think that I am urging violence or hoping for a coup or something of that kind. In fact, I'm thinking about the sort of thing that happened in the past and also, remarkably, happened again yesterday when a group of people who are dissatisfied with the government get together and exert extra parliamentary pressure to alter the situation. A few weeks ago, parents in the Essex town of Epping grew angry about the 140 young men who had been dumped in their town after the hotel at which they had been staying was burned down, allegedly by one of the asylum seekers themselves. Schoolgirls in Epping began to be harassed and were unable to walk home alone after school. Even in groups they were being pestered. After one of the asylum seekers was arrested and charged following the molestation of a 14-year-old girl in broad daylight in the high street, local people decided to act. They picketed the hotel and marched to the council offices, and the protest gathered strength from then on. Fearing trouble in the future, the local authority went to court and obtained an order that all the men must be removed from the hotel by September the 12th. The Home Secretary intervened and tried to get this judgment overturned, but to no avail. The government's lawyer told the court, and I quote, any injunction could lead to other councils making similar applications, and that would aggravate the pressure on the asylum estate. Well, since that's precisely what the average person wants, to see pressure exerted on the so-called asylum estate, I can't think there'll be much sympathy for the Home Secretary. Already other councils are indeed planning to make similar applications. The ordinary mums of Epping have started an avalanche by their actions, which is a heartening thought indeed. We saw Margaret Thatcher removed from office in 1990 in the same way, by popular protests about the poll tax, which led directly to her fall. In February 1974, the miners went on strike and they managed to force the then Prime Minister Edward Heath to call an election, which he lost, meaning that Labour took power. These are all ways in which direct action by people can change the nature of the country radically and even remove a government. It rather looks as though the ball is now rolling, and we must hope that it results soon in Keir Starmer and his treacherous government being consigned to the scrap heap of history before too long.